You know, one day I'm going to start on time and not be late because of the weather. Chat, I'm late for work because I'm late for streaming because of the weather. It was so icy out and so snowy that I drove like twice as slow there. Oh my goodness. Ugh, I'm so behind. I don't even know what to play. You know, we haven't listened to Star Guardian in a while, to be fair. We should listen to Star Guardian. Boom. This goes to here. This gets booted again. Then we go to Twitch. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so that's done. Then we go to my channel. Then we mute it. Then we turn quality to 0. Then we go to my channel. And then we mute it. And then we turn the quality to already 0. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now I just need my phone to bring up the other chat. 1 second. Chat. So behind. Hold on 1 second. We're almost there. This music is so loud in my ears, and I know you guys just hear it normally, but it's a little loud. Oh, there we go. Jeez, I can hear. I can function. Okay. Now that's up. That's taken care of. Now I need to go to my chat on Discord and share the link. So at everyone, paste, copy, paste, send. Okay. Wow, that took a while. Okay. Whew. Okay. Let me just gather. Let me just recuperate here for a second. Holy cow. Oh, geez. So much. I had to do so much prior to stream. I'm like panting now because I had to like run around and shit. Ugh. Disgusting, chat. I had so much to do. All right. Today is the day where we make Click the Banana. Okay, hold on. Let me pull up Visual Studio. This one. Okay, so let me pull up the right desktop here so you guys see it. Boop. Okay, so this is our current project so far on Click the Banana. Now, I was at work today and I read a lot about lambdas. I understand what a lambda is, okay? And we're gonna talk about it more today because we're probably gonna use one just to try it. I understand what a lambda is, but holy guacamole, it's complicated. It's complicated not because of anything else, just syntax. Syntaxly, it's complicated. Anyway, this is our game. It looks like a big window, but if you want to pull up the whole desktop here, oh, here, let me shrink it. If you pull up the whole desktop, it's actually not that big of a window. So this is what I think the game is gonna be. Maybe we even make it mobile friendly just for the shits and giggles of it, but nobody's gonna play this on mobile. Hello, Mr. Freeman. Oh, hello, Sleepy Mushroom. How you been? How was your evening? Welcome to the banana stream. Okay, so we have successfully made a window. Now, I was at work today and outside researching what a lambda is and how to do it in C++. I was thinking about problems in our loop here. And the first thing I'm thinking is this. Because this screen create class that I made to define, wait, is it a class or a struct? Well, class. Basically, it's a struct, but we're calling it a class for my sake. This class screen create, we have defined as a screen resolution object 600, 800 as int x and int y, right? And then we're going to use that screen resolution .x and .y to represent screen values later. The problem I'm going to see is that when we load a texture, how are we going to be, because we're going to have like our own, I don't know how to describe this. Like, we're not returning a string. We're bool load media function, right? Where we're going to be returning constant character star path or something. And the problem I'm seeing is that in this load media function, we're going to be calling the screen resolution as the size of the picture. which is going to be a problem because I need access to this local variable, and that's what it is. It is local to the initialization function. So it's going to be a little difficult unless I can pass that into quit, maybe? Can I do that? Can I be like screen create dot x screen create dot y, maybe? Would that work? Good. I've been thinking of making a walking sim, like an animation practice, or like an actual game where you're walking around and you're simulating walking through town. Maybe if you did it as like an old man and he can reflect on his past or something to make it like a video game. Can I pass X and Y values like this? And then under the quit function, we pass screen resolution dot X screen resolution dot Y. Does this work? Screen resolution is undeclared. This is an undeclared modifier. Really? Really? Unsigned integer. Well, let's look at errors. Parentheses before the dot. This doesn't work, huh? In the declaration, they should be int? Oh! Oh, really? Oh, because they're in the... Okay, thank you. Sorry, I guess they are integers, aren't they? So now we pass that, and it doesn't work. Because arrow pointing, trailing return type is not allowed in non-function declar. Oh, it's saying that I can't do that? Do I just have screen create as the thing, maybe? Doesn't work. Quit function. Oh, whoops. Oh, I can just pass screen resolution. Oh! Cannot convert argument 1 from screen create into an integer. So now I pass this. Interesting. So I guess this is why everyone was saying pass the screen resolution as a global variable, because this is where our issue is going to be, right? Or just screen create reference without the int? Yeah, aren't we just passing the class screen create, whatever object is there, and then we're passing this, right? Now, I'm not doing anything with it. I just want to... Oh, because I didn't define it down here. Sorry. My bad. I didn't define it in the actual function. Boom, it worked. Oh, okay, sweet. Based. All right. So we're passing this value into our... Well, it says quit. That's not really what it means. It's, maybe I should rename that. It's going to be the, outline game loop. Just enough to keep the window open, basically, because it's annoying to have that everywhere, you know? I guess I could have it here, but this is fine because this is how it ends the program, you know? Although I guess this is the game loop, isn't it? Fuck it, we'll just call it game loop. I'll just have everything there. It's fine, it's fine. It's annoying, but it's fine. All right. Game loop. Okay, sweet. Now we delete that. Works. Okay, sweet. So now we can pass whatever resolution this is at another time, and this all works. Okay, sweet. So... what else are we defining here before we move on? I guess I should start my close function, huh? Void close. And this is just to release all surfaces as we use them, you know? I don't even know if we're gonna need that many, but we'll use it. Okay, still works. All right, sweet. What's up? Hello, Katana Steel. Hello. Okay. So we've successfully passed our screen resolution, screen create class into our game loop, so we don't need that global variable. Okay, now we need to have a function to render the images. So this is where our load media is coming in, right? So this is our load media function. So what we're going to be doing is later on, at some point in the main game loop, we're going to be, you know, a for loop where I'm not doing lambdas, okay? I looked that up at work today, fucking wanted to jump off a cliff. So we'll ignore that for a second. So we're going to make a for loop, like a nested for loop, and we're going to make like a 2D array, and we're going to load a bunch of load media functions. And in this load media function, we're going to load, you know, banana.png or whatever we call it, right? And then we're gonna have like load media apple.png, right? And it's just gonna do that a bunch. So we need to, when we load media, it should be GPU bound, and it should be it needs a renderer that is not global, but it does need to be in this function. So I know that there's an SDL load texture. Something SDL texture. Oh no, image. That's what it was. Image underscore load texture. Okay, sweet. And under this, I need to see what we actually need here. So under this function, we're gonna need a texture. Okay, not a global texture, but we're gonna need a texture. And then we're gonna need, oh, sorry, I'm dumb. Okay, never mind. It is a texture pointer. Okay. Then we're gonna need a renderer pointer and a character file pointer. Okay. So what we're gonna need, Lambda is probably the most loved feature in C++. I hear a lot of great things about it, but when I was researching it, a lambda, I know what a lambda is for now. However, when I was looking at lambdas, it was something like const auto e, and then it was brackets first, because this is the scope. So it would be like at x. Then it would be the parameters. So we'll say int y, and then it would be the curly braces, which is x, or like return x plus y. And I think that's like a super basic lambda. I think that is like as basic as you can get, right? I think this is a complete lambda, where if we have like, you know, x equals 5, return int y equals 3 or something, this would return 8, right? How do they work in C++? Basically, instead of like, basically, if you need a function that you only need to run like 5 times or something, you run a lambda. Because it's cleaner, it's easier to edit, you don't need a bunch of for loops with int i's littered everywhere. It's a huge amount of mistakes that can happen, and this is just significantly easier. However, I don't understand, like, I understand the scope of it, the parameters, and the function, but holy shit, this is complicated. I'm a JavaScript director. Yeah, I heard Java really likes it, but that was my research today, was like lambda shit. So I still need to know more before I actually do anything else with it, you know? All right, so we have our load texture. So we're gonna need a renderer, and I think we can do that with SDL create. We did it up here, didn't we? Didn't we pass a renderer? We have a window, a surface, a rectangle. We fill the rectangle, update window surface. No, we actually didn't use a renderer at all. That's kind of cool. So here we do need a renderer though, because this is GPU pounds. So SDL underscore render. So let's see here. How do I create a renderer? Create renderer. Create a 2D rendering context for a window. So we're gonna need the window, The index, no, this isn't right. Create window surface. So yeah, this does render. Also, I cleaned this up a little. I combined lines, you know. I didn't have SDL window and then window equals. I just combined it all in one line, and it worked. Gary, do you know Java and JavaScript are two completely different languages, right? Yes. JavaScript is the one everybody uses, and Java is the one everybody uses, but everybody hates. Int equals 5, auto E equals X, int Y, return XY, E3, E5, and then those are 3 plus 5 and 5 plus 5. Yeah, I understand in principle what you use lambdas for, but we'll get there. In fact, we probably will use lambdas for the 2D array we're gonna make, because we're only gonna use like a 5x5 array, and I think it's gonna be simpler, instead of nesting a couple of for loops, is to just use a lambda. Because I'm sure you must be able to nest lambdas in lambdas to make 2D arrays, but maybe I'm way overthinking it. To be fair, we also hate JavaScript. Oh, damn. All right, so let me think here. I know I can cheat, but I'm not going to. So we need to create a renderer, but we don't need a window. We need a rectangle. So maybe that's not the right one. Can I do something like SDL render? No. Image render. What does this do? Load texture. I can use a global renderer, but I mean, I guess I can do something like renderer pointer. No? Wait, what? Hold on. SDL window, surface, rectangle. What? SDL renderer pointer. So now I just create a renderer. So we'll say, what do we call, what's a good name for a renderer that's declared on a local scope? I guess it's anything, isn't it? Hell, we could even call it like E or something, but that seems pedantic. Well, actually, it's the opposite of pedantic. It's overly simplistic. Those lambdas are completely different than what they mean in JavaScript. I mean, I've heard a couple of different definitions, but overwhelmingly, the use of lambdas I see in C++ are like, to eliminate. Basically, if you only need to call a function 5 times, like a for loop or something, then just use a lambda. It's easier to, it's less buggy. Sure, one typo throws a million errors, but if you solve the typo problem. Oh, I did also see people who are like, they were like some like Greek symbol theta or something. So it was like usual or use. There's something to change. It's not type def, but it's similar. They would like type def like a Greek symbol and make it equal to like const auto and like a bunch of gibberish for lambdas, and then they would just use that Greek symbol. But I don't know, we're not going to use lambdas that much. L renderer. No, oh, like local renderer. Oh, that's so smart. Thank you. Damn, that's a good name, chat. S tier. All right. So load texture needs a local renderer and the character file we're going to be loading. So load renderer, or local renderer, excuse me. And then we're going to need a path. Now, we just call it path, right? Because we're inputting this from the main function. That's all I need, is just whatever path we give it. So, parentheses banana.png end parentheses, yada yada, right? Now, luckily, chat, unlike the tutorial, because I did this off stream, unlike the tutorial, image load texture, well, off stream a few days ago, image load texture, in the tutorial, we were taught SDL, like load surface. We would create a surface, then create a texture, load the surface, or load the texture where the surface is, delete the surface, right? Image load texture does all the dirty work. All we're doing is just rendering the image, and that's it. And then return true. I mean, obviously it's always going to return true, right? I guess I could just void it. It doesn't actually have to be a bool, does it? I mean, I guess if there's an issue loading the image, but whatever. Why not? Return. I guess I'm not returning anything. It's just that, isn't it? Is that the whole function? The fuck? Is it that easy? I'm missing something. I must be missing something. Is it supposed to be like a string? Is it like one of these? No, I'm not returning a string though. I'm returning... Hey, Seuss H! Let's do it in XNA. That's a programming joke that went over my head. Okay, so let me think here. So we have... Are we returning a string? We're returning a texture. Returns a new texture or null. So this is returning a texture. Oh, I have to create a texture. Oh, shit. Texture. Okay, I'm dumb. SDL texture pointer. And we're going to call it, or not even a pointer, just SDL texture local texture. Okay. Equals this. That's how we would do it. And then we're going to return local texture. Now, how in the hell am I supposed to get that returned? Am I just returning a string? Struct SDL text. Do I just call it SDL texture? Because that's what I'm returning? There's no shot that works. Also, I'm missing something else here. Because I'm returning, or I'm putting in a string with the name of an image. What do I want in return? I want the image load texture function in this function to return this texture, which is an SDL texture struct. So I'm inputting SDL texture. It must be that, right? So I guess the question is, can I just... Can I just load media? Banana.png. And then we're going to need to refresh the screen, which is SDL update. Window. Surface. And then I'm going to need to... Well, let's see what happens there. Oh, no, I need to make a rectangle. Because we need to render. That's right. Render, copy, SDL render copy. That's what it was. And then we're going to be rendering with a renderer. I guess if I'm cute, I can pass the renderer into this function, huh? Do I really want to pass around a pointer, though? That seems scary. That seems really scary. I don't think I want to pass around that pointer. I think we're just going to map two separate renderers. So SDL renderer, and we're going to call this Oh, I need to free this renderer here, don't I? I should, is the term delete? No, it's void, no pointer, right? Oh, no, I don't. I can just make it equal to null pointer. And it will always be null, right? I'm not changing the value of this. I don't need to make it null again. It is null. This is not floating. This is not floating. I don't need to delete these in the initialization in our close function or anything. Gary, lRenderer is already a pointer. No, it is a pointer within the scope of this function, but it's not global. So when we run render copy onto the screen, which requires a renderer, a texture, So this needs to be... See, it's hard to... The problem is that we learned this with global variables. So normally I would be like global texture equals this. And then render copy would have like global renderer, global texture. And it was really easy, but it's so dangerous if you have bigger projects to do that, huh? So wouldn't a better option be local texture, create a renderer, SDL. It's almost like I'm repeating the entire function outside of the context of the function. Is it really? Do I have in the load media thing here this? Do I have the render copy in here and just return void? Maybe that is a better way to do it. So we void load media. Epiderpsky, hello! I'm talking about how it's used in the function scope. Well, yeah, but like, it's good to declare null and then do this, right? Right? I think. Why don't you just pass on the renderer to load media? Because I don't want this renderer to be passed here when I can just have it in the function. Unless that's inefficient. Wouldn't it be more efficient to just create the renderer in the function? Because this function is going to be called, it's like the single most used function in our program, by the way. So we have to be a little efficient about this. Does load texture fill the SDL renderer? Does it fill it? No. It doesn't fill it, no. Right? All it's doing is just referencing the renderer. That's all we need it for, right? We just need something to render this. That's why we have this floating point renderer, not floating, null render. It doesn't need to it doesn't need to be equal to anything, does it? Right? Hold on. A structure represent a rendering state. Hold on. SDL render. Is there like an issue here? Is there like set render correct or something? Render present, render geometry, render fill rectangle, draw point, draw line, copy. So basically what I'm thinking, chat, is here's what I'm thinking, okay? This function is gonna get called like 25 times a frame. Like, it's gonna be fast, all right? And the reason why is because in our 5x5 array, it's gonna need to load this load media multiple times. No, it's not? Maybe this is like a programming logic thing. I thought what I would have to do is like, okay, fuck all this for a second. I thought what would happen is we would do like a for I equals 0, or int I equals, this is when we use lambdas, by the way, but whatever. I less than 5 plus I or something. And then in this, we would have another nested for loop of for int A equals 0. A is less than 5 plus A. And in this, we would run, you know, load texture, load media function, right? And we would run our, you know, apple.png, you know? So the thought process is it's gonna print a 5x5 array of this image, right? Why do you need the media loaded each time? Because it's referencing. Oh. We don't, do we? So a better option would be something like, we create a rectangle? I almost want to create a rectangle give it a smaller resolution and then have it multiply by 5 maybe? So I'm not rendering this. I think what you're saying is that we're gonna need some pointer here of, you know, Apple or something. Some pointer to Apple, and we're gonna make it equal to load media, whatever, right? So I'm not gonna render it a bunch of times? It's winter in the north. Gotta get that heat from somewhere? Yeah. Oh my goodness, it's so cold here. New Vahar Tula. Hello, YouTube chat. Oh yeah, it's cold. Please call it every frame. We want a hot computer. Ah! Why not just use the loaded texture? What do you mean? Don't I have to render it with render copy anyway? Isn't that what we're doing? What does render copy need? Render copy needs a renderer. It needs a texture. And it needs a rectangle to decide where it is. So I guess the for loop would just be render copy, and the only thing that would change is the location of the rectangle. Isn't this what we did? Isn't this what we did when we did our bananas? We did our 10,000 banana test, right? That worked. And we did render copy in the for loop, but isn't that still rendering the image every time? How is it any different than loading this whole function? Is it because it's faster to render a copy of something? Oh, because it's a pointer. Oh. I get it. So we're gonna make, okay, so here's what I think you guys are saying. So you're saying create a texture pointer to, is it just, oh, there we go. Texture pointer, and we're gonna call it local tech, or here, we'll call it Apple. This Apple is gonna be equal to load media apple.png. Is this correct? But the only way this works is if it returns SDL texture, right? Because then we return the local texture. That's the only way I see this working. But is this allowed? Like image load texture outside of the loop. What do you think image load texture does? It loads the texture, I get that. So this is the taxing function here. And then once we load this once, then we do render copy. Oops, sorry. SDL render copy. And this copy will contain, you know, pointer or at address. Fuck. Where is it? There we go. Local renderer 2. Then we're gonna point to the address of Apple. And then we're gonna need null pointer. And then we're gonna reference A. I think that's what we do, right? I guess render copy is just a lot less taxing than just running the load texture function again and again and again. What was that? Luana Spelly, thank you! And now you guys are saying SDL texture pointer banana is equal to load media banana.png, right? So this is cleaner because we're being efficient with this function. You're making a new texture each time you call it Gary. Call this, which is bad. We don't want to create a texture. Otherwise, we're kind of just eliminating the whole point of using pointers, I guess, if we render everything in here, huh? Because the whole point of a pointer is that we render something once and then reference that image again and again and again and again via the address of it. Hence why we have the address of Apple. Gotcha. SDL texture load media. Oh. No, that's fine. Wait, it needs to be a pointer? No shot. You can't pointer a function, chat. You guys are weird. Loading from file in each frame would take so long. It loads from drive to RAM to CPU to VRAM. You know how expensive that is? Apparently a lot. Well, chat, is this how they made City Skylines 2? You can return a pointer. You can totally return a pointer. Who told you that? Well, nobody. I just didn't think that would work. So you're telling me that I can make a pointer function for load media, SDL, texture, pointer, load media. I can just return L texture. I don't need like the address or anything, right? I'll return this variable, which is also a pointer, and then we're gonna return this pointer, L texture. This L texture will be equal to whatever I call it of whatever pointer here, and then we render that, well, not render, we reference that pointer when we render an image. I think this is correct. The thing is that if I just did this, nothing will happen. In fact, it's not even gonna run right now. Yeah. Types pointed unrelated. Conversion requires reinterpret cast, C style cast, or parentheses cast. Where? Doesn't say. Yeah, baby, we're cooking. Void star function int A int B. That looks like a lambda, but it's not. I think this is correct. Right? I need an end path here, I think. I remember having this conversation. I remember having this explicit conversation. Undeclared identifier. We have not referenced that, my bad. I don't want to call it L renderer again. Maybe I'll call it M renderer for main renderer. SDL renderer pointer. M renderer is equal to null pointer. Cannot convert argument 1 from SDL renderer star star to that. Oh. They were build errors. I know there's a ton of errors. I'm just trying to get the basics here. SDL render cannot convert argument 4 from int to. Oh, I need to reference it. My bad. Oh, it's a rect. Right. Just need. Is it the address of A? No, it's not. The fuck? Do I? How the fuck? Reference a rectangle. Do I have to do something like? Do I have to do something like SDL rect pointer fruit location equals A, and then render fruit location. Oh no, it's a rectangle. I need to give it some parameters. But anyway, do I do something like that? Is that basically where we're at with things? You had explicit conversation about your banana? Yeet. Nah, but he did say you couldn't have a pointer to a function. Hey, we're learning, chat. Do you still need to call SDL render copy every frame? I don't remember. Well, when we did our 10,000 banana test, that is what we did. And it seemed to work fine. We loaded 10,000 bananas just fine all at once. It wasn't until we tried to render, what was it, 10 million that we started having issues? Do you still need to call SDL render copy every frame? I mean, I think I do. Otherwise, how are we gonna render this? Unless we point like unless we create a pointer to this function and then add that, make that pointer equal a every function or something. Oh, I guess we could create a rectangle. Well, no, then you have the same problem. What I'm thinking is that we create a rectangle, change the value of like the XY coordinate it starts with, because it's X, Y, width, height, right? That's like the 4 coordinates of a rectangle, I think. The origin at the upper left integer. So what you would do is your I would be here, your A would be here, your width would be whatever. But you're creating a pointer every time, which seems inefficient, right? Oh, to be fair, it is 16 bytes. Maybe that's not too bad. SDL rect location ABCD and then use at location in render copy. Okay, kind of what we're getting at, right? I mean, it's the same idea. And we do need to render every single one, right? In the for loop. The width would be, we passed screen create, so now we have it. Screen resolution dot x divided by 5, right? No matter what the resolution is, it always works. And then screen resolution dot y divided by 5. No! That is not good enough. Unless we wanted to have a screen with... Oh, God! Wait. I'm thinking, oh, geez. Mara, redeem made! You know what, chat? You guys get made for like 2 seconds, okay? Is that supposed to be a weight? That's supposed to be your apron bow, not your head bow. It looked cute. And I got assumptive, chat, all right? So what are we doing here? Well, I'm thinking that we're gonna have the whole point of our image, chat, is I want a little bit cut off the top because of a variety of reasons. Mainly, we're gonna keep the score up there. So, how do I start 200 units down? I need to change the 0 and 5 as the answer. So, yeah, this whole thing, the for loops are where it's getting goofy, right? Because I'm not defining them correctly. I is going to be starting at point... Well, if the X value is first, it's going to be 0. And then it's going to be 5. Screen width. Screen resolution dot X. Why is that squiggly? I have it right. Why is that? Hello? Screen resolution dot X. That should work. Why isn't this passed? I passed the value. Also, why not name your variables based on what they represent? What is this I and what is A? Spawn X. Spawn X. Spawn X. Is this better, chat? Is this easier for everyone? A is gonna be spawn Y. Spawn Y. I don't know. For me, it's easier to read individual letters. It's not like it's that hard to figure out what's going on. So let me think. I never named the parameter? Well, what do you mean? If I pass, because I passed this, in order to do the game loop, I pass a screen create class, right? To bread? I thought it was to breed, and I was like, damn, unapologetic. Hello. So when we pass a class into a function, we pass a specific kind of object created of that class with terms. Does that not default in the new thing? I thought I could pass terms that way, but I'm not. Gary, there's a rename symbol button? I have no idea what you're saying. Unless you're saying all the I's and A's and stuff. Tabred, hello! Do you like VTubers, Mr. Tabred? You add 200? I understand, Brownie Man, but I want to make it relative because I want to be able to change this resolution later and the whole program just work with it. That's the goal. So everything is by reference, not by specific numbers. One problem with newbies is that they thought that giving things good names advice is a joke, and then they just stubborn to follow. Ah! Tweety Verde! Yeah, you can tweet my green any time of the day, baby! Void game loop screen create new variable name? What? Wait, do I have to... Well, do I have to declare that in the prototype? Do I have to be like screen resolution pass? Something like that? And then down here, screen resolution pass? And then something like screen resolution pass equals... no, it's... No, the term is defined. It's right there. Yeah. And now we do screen resolution pass. Yeah, there we go. Now it's playing ball. Look at that. Beautiful, chat. Call me Tweety Bird. How are you doing? Is Verde a kind of bird? I'm not a bird watcher. Are you a bird watcher? Someone said that he doesn't need name parameters. I said that was a bad idea, and now he's doing it. Well, chat, I'm a little bit stubborn until I see the value of something, okay? Yeah, you can right-click a variable name and rename it, so you have to change each instance. Well, not in code blocks. Visual Studio, kind of based. All right. No, in the prototype it isn't needed, but in the function it is. Okay, thank you. That is good syntax advice. Okay, so now this passed through. So we have successfully named a resolution, and this is the only time I ever want to type hard numbers. That's the goal. Because I can change the resolution later and it works because it's all by reference. So the goal here, by the way, is we're gonna leave the top 200 of that 800 resolution as not part of the game board. That's like your score and like click the banana text or something. Our board is actually 600 by 600. So int spawn x equals 0, meaning it starts on the left side. Then go until screen resolution pass X. Yes, because we don't want it to be on equal to, because otherwise it'll spawn on the very right side of the screen where you don't even see the image, because it's always top left corner reference. And then we want it to increase spawn X increases plus equals screen resolution pass dot X divided by 5, right? Because this is not the vertical part that's cut off, so the X one's easier. So far left of the screen, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm creating 5 images, so this is correct. No, this will create 4 images though, doesn't it? Right? How many images does this create if every spawn X is an image? Create 1, increase this. So now it is increased by 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5. Okay, it's 5 images. Okay. Wow, I forgot we start at 0. Okay, my bad. Okay, Indeed has a good practice to have a name for your parameters in the prototypes. Okay, sweet. I didn't even know that was a thing. Oh, it is good practice to have it there, though. Okay, well, if it's good practice, I'll do it. I don't know why it would be good practice. Maybe just so you know the name of it, and you can just double click it and just know it, rather than clicking like screen create and like pulling up the class and shit. Okay. How long have you been learning? What stream number is this? 15. So we started 15 days ago. So 3 hours a stream. So a little over 40 hours is where I'm at right now. That's why we're making Click the Banana and not, you know, break out. That's where I'm at with things. So a little over 40. I already explained why not doing it again. Okay, sorry. Hold on. What'd you say? Did you say it before? I thought I'm keeping an eye on your text. What's up? Because you're pretty good at C++. I guess I missed it. First language? Yes. It is. Okay, so this will spawn 5 images. Now the Y is going to be a little tougher. So this is going to be Y is equal to screen resolution pass dot Y plus 200. Ugh. How do we make that cleaner? I don't want to use hard numbers. It needs to be how do I do this by reference? Because here, let me draw this in paint just so you understand kind of my struggle here. So this is what we're doing, right? So we have the game board, right? The goal is we're going to have a game board like this. It's almost like a calendar setup where this is the game and this is not going to be printed on at all. So we figured out the X value. That's fine. Now we're printing out the Y value. But how do I tell it to go down this far? How do I tell where Y to start, which is here, without using like minus 200 units or whatever, or plus 200 to go down? You have to pass it by reference, right? So it's compared to X. Oh, so it's going to be equal to X this way. So we're going to be using the X axis somehow here. I'm trying to think. How do we get it to start here instead of here, which is 0? It's going to have to be added to because we want to go down. So it's going to be int Y plus something. I don't want to say 200, even though that is the correct answer here, but I want to be able to change the resolution and it just work. I'm not looking at chat on purpose, by the way. I want to figure this out on my own. Well, you can't just divide by 5, right? You can't just have, you know, you can't just have this value and then divide by 5, right? Because what happens if you change the resolution and it's more square than anything? Then this just ends up being like super tiny. I guess that's fine. I guess that's okay. Because the images are going to be stretching, right? It's going to be by reference. So the images can be flat if it works. Maybe make playfield Y equals res Y minus 200. Well, I can do that. That's not hard. It's more like, how do we... Are we going to like make a viewport, you think? Maybe we make a viewport of this. And then this is its own thing. I mean, that would work. Write a function to tell you what the difference should be? I mean, I'm just trying to think about this logically. Spawn Y plus equals screen height minus offset. Yeah, the minus offset's easy. I understand that. It's more like, Gary, what do you think by reference means? What I mean is the resolution of Y is 800. The resolution of X is going to be 600. These are the numbers we have right now. So we know this is going to be 200 if we want a square board. I understand that, okay? So we could do Y plus 200 and that'll solve our problem. However, I don't want to do that because what happens if we have like 750 and 550? I want to be able to always have a square board. Always. And then this is still equal to 200. So that would ironically still work, but you know what I mean, right? Like 650 or something. So this is still a square board, but it's 600 by 600. And then this is now 100. That's what I mean by reference. It needs to be able to maneuver this around. That is the functional way to do it, Gary. It's what I said. I don't see you saying anything, to be honest. Sorry. Int y equals offset plus minus. Oh! So you're saying, oh, I see what you're saying now. What's up? Okay, you did kind of give me the answer. You're saying we should create a new variable called offset. So it always starts there. Well, that would solve our immediate problem, wouldn't it? So spawn y is equal to offset. Offset of, what does that do? Offset, that did something. Hold on, what was that? Offset of. Define offset of, size t, reinterpret cast. Oh, God. Oh, my goodness. Never mind. Holy cow. So, yeah, we call it offset of some kind. And then somewhere else in here, we define offset as like int offset equals. Well, then we have the same problem. We're trying to figure out some formula to make offset equal that. So maybe like int y minus int x. Oh, it's just int y minus int x. Oh my God, I get it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Spawn y is just equal to parentheses screen resolution pass y dot y minus screen resolution pass dot x. Holy cow, that was so complicated. Okay. Jesus. All right. So now, no matter where we start, it's always going to be y minus x. Oh my God, I made that so complicated. Oh, Lord. Gary, what if the resolution is a square? Well, then it's fine. Then it's 0. It's y. Is that better? 0 plus that number? Well, no, that would still make 0 anyway. No, I'm right. Yeah, this makes 0. Now, if it's wider, that's a problem, but that's my own problem. That's like a programmer problem, right? So long as y is greater than x, there are no issues, which is fine because the game is designed to have y is greater than s. I thought you wanted to write stuff there. Use board dimension for both board width and board height because it's a square? What do you mean, what's up? Are you saying like are you guys saying we should do something like int, fuck, I don't know, scoreboard? And then have it equal to this phrase? And then int game board. And then have it equal. Well, no, I don't need to pass game board. Oh, no, yeah, I do. Int game board is going to be equal to screen. God, I almost want to make a rectangle. These don't need to be ints. Oh, I kind of want to make it a rectangle. Wait. No, I'm right. It doesn't need that. Fruit location is our game board. Just called fruit location. How's the fruit going? It's going pretty good. We got some logic issues, but we're getting there. No, I thought you wanted to write stuff there. I do, but that's fine. No, chat. You have to understand. This is not, okay, this is only like spawning the fruit, okay? Yeah, I don't care about anything else. So then we go int equals scoreboard. That's all I'm saying, right? Spawn x equals scoreboard. Okay. Spawn x is less than x. Spawn x is equal to x divided by 5. Okay, or increased by x divided by 5. Then, on the x-axis, spawning on the y-axis now, starting at... Fuck, I messed up. This needs to be game board. Sorry, scoreboard. Okay, my bad, wrong one. Have I typed y minus x anywhere? No, but I figured it out on my own, thank you. So, y minus x is always the size of the scoreboard, and we want spawn y to start at the bottom of the scoreboard. Right? Because y minus x will always produce a positive integer. This integer will always be a number, and that number is the y-axis, or the y length of the scoreboard. So we want it to start on scoreboard. Okay. Then we do the same logic here. Screen resolution pass dot y. And then spawn y is going to be plus equals screen resolution pass dot y divided by 5. I think this is all good. Now we just need this shit. Now we just need x. Spawn x, spawn y, so this is always the location of it. Then we set the rectangle length to x divided by 5, y divided by 5. Oh, I guess division always goes first. Minus screen resolution y divided by 5 minus scoreboard. Plus scoreboard, sorry. Wrong way. I think that's how we define that. Rectangle size, right? No, this is gonna be fucked up. Oh no, that's gonna be so fucked up. Speedrunning coding for real? Based. I think something is wrong with load media inside game loop. Well, hold on, we'll come back to that. I know that's its own thing, okay? I get it. Okay, I know this is like a nightmare right now on that load texture thing, but right now we're just getting game logic down. That's what this for loop is for. The problem is that this is gonna be, this rectangle is the size of the image that's gonna be, regardless of the image size of banana or apple, it'll always fit into this rectangle. So the square, oh, now I need paint again. Oh God, okay. So in our game loop, right, whoops. In our game, like this is the game, right? I need rectangles. Okay, this is the game, right? It's gonna be vertical. Then you're gonna have a separate area here called the scoreboard, and this is gonna be a perfect square down here. Then within that square, starting here, spawn this of some size, and spawn this, and spawn this. Now these don't have to be perfect squares. Well, I guess they kind of have to be in the end, but basically the goal here is that regardless of the resolution size of the picture, it'll always fit into this mold of like 5 by 5 going all the way down. Now the issue I'm gonna have is in reference. Now it's easy to find the reference of X in this little length here. The problem I'm having here, which is just X divided by 5, is like, what's this? What is this length? It's all of Y minus the scoreboard divided by 5? Oh, no, that is my answer. It's Y divided by 5, parentheses, No, if I did that, oh God, no. I did it wrong. It's y minus scoreboard divided by 5. Because then you just get y, this length here, and then we divide that by 5. Okay, that's the answer. My bad. Okay, I overthought it. You're loading an image every frame of the game? Oh, shit. So you're saying, oh no, hold on. We'll come back to this. I think what you guys are saying is that this actually, needs to go up here. I think that's what you guys are saying. We'll come back to that in a second, but holy cow, that I get it now, but man, how do you guys watch me program? Isn't it like the most frustrating thing in the world that you guys tell me what to do and then I don't listen? I guess we also don't want our renderer to be rendered every render. Oh God. Okay. Same with this. Oh my goodness, so many. Okay, this is basically global variables 101, but I guess we're in the main game loop, so it's fine. Basically, yeah, it's a little hard to watch, but coding isn't easy. Everyone, guys, don't agree with me. You gotta be like, oh, you're so right, Mr. Streamer. We'll be patient and understanding. Not, yeah, basically, you're fucking up, kid. I think something is wrong with load media inside of a game. Listen, I paid for a 4090. I'm gonna use my goddamn 4090, okay? So are you saying this should not even go in the main game loop? Oh man, is this part of the initialization? No way. I'm thinking. Basically, no, hold on. I'm not gonna chat. I think what I have to do is I have to make a function. And in this function, we're gonna have shuffle a banana into the board. And then every time the player does a move or correctly does it or something, we call the re-render board function, and we call this, which is gonna have all of this shit in it. Oh my God, it's so much better that way, isn't it? Because we're gonna be calling that function every time a player does something. Backseat debugging? Based. How did you make your character's eyes bounce like that? Oh, wait, hold on. You mean, oh, what kind of bounce? Are you saying like my pupils whenever I blink? It's called, actually, it's very complicated. It's called paying somebody to do it. That's how I blink very coolly. I paid somebody. Yes. If you want details on the Twitch stream in the description of the YouTube channel, below the Twitch stream, there's a name, Zhaojing1. Ms. Zhaojing1, she did my eyes. A function for a re-render board could be cool. That's how animators eat? Based. Okay, I think you're right. I think what we need is a new function, and we're gonna call it void render board. Okay, so now, oh God. So, void render board. We're not going to input any information because we're going to be like, in the game logic is going to be like, if player mouse down is, and if this is correct, render board. Something like that. So, where is a lot of this logic going? Well, this needs to be passed through. That's fine. Which means this also needs this. right? Because we need the resolution pass. Chat, can I have multiple same names? Like this? Is that illegal? Is that bad practice? And then we're passing this again. And we have to pass it again because I need that information because we don't have global variables. One per scope. Okay, what is a scope? Is the scope the entire CPP program, or scope as in like once per function? I'll just hire someone also. Based. Live 2D is probably the answer you're looking for. Scope is a function. Okay, based. Okay. So we pass on to this function, the game loop, and then we pass that on to this function, which tells me it's allowed because it's once per function, right? No, it doesn't need screen resolution. It would need its own game board dimensions since it is a square. I guess we could do something simple, chat, and just, rather than making things complicated, we have an SDL rectangle pointer, and this rectangle pointer is gonna have, it's gonna be called game board. And on this game board, we're gonna define the parameters as 0, which is the left side, which is the X starting point. The Y starting point is scoreboard. And basically the idea here is we're just passing this rectangle down, not the screen resolution, I think. So we're gonna pass 0 scoreboard screen resolution pass dot X, and what is the Y value? Screen resolution pass dot Y minus scoreboard. I think that's the definition of that. And then we're gonna pass game board. Hold on, let me just move this down before I forget. Was it shift enter? Shift tab, there we go. Okay, and now in our game loop, we pass, or whenever we need it, we'll pass, you know, render board, and then we'll pass game board into it. And then we're going to be returning, not returning, we're going to be inputting SDL rect pointer board. And under this, we're going to have SDL rect pointer board. So I'm gonna look at chat now, and I don't know what it's gonna look like, but holy shit. And this is gonna be board dot width. It's gonna be board dot width divided by 5, yada yada. Okay. Well, really, dot 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 is a scope, except when it's an initializer. I'm guessing the reason everything is a pointer is for some kind of performance increase. Well, we're using C++. What's the point of using C++ if you don't reference everything by the address it's located in rather than the image, right? Because we did this as a test when we were learning SDL. We rendered 10,000 bananas. What kind of game are we making? Click the banana. You see a banana on a board of 25 apples, and that's gonna spawn randomly, and then you click it, and then it reshuffles. It's a really, it's as basic as it sounds, but I feel like it's gonna give me like good, basic, here's a basic bitch how you do the thing. Obviously, a lot of this is like some mixture of game logic and everything else, but I think this is correct. And the framework. I like your characters, Ageho. Did you ask for it to be like that, or was it creative liberty? God, I wish I had the images on this computer of my original like thing. So I told them I wanted to be a goo boy, not a slime boy. Let's not get racist here. I'm not one of those kind. I asked them to make me a goo boy, and I said, make me cute and give me a wiggly thing on my head. And they made me cute and gave me a wiggly thing. Now, the lips, the lips are a little much. Maybe next time I'm gonna say less girly lips. Although if you want to see my original, this isn't even my original model. The original model looks like this. All right, behind the scenes, Gary. You guys ready for this? Look at this! Look at this! What is this? This is original Gary the Goo Boy. Look at the size of this agaho. Holy cow. Look at this thing. Wow! Whoa, whoa, lost my tracking. Whoa! Oh my goodness, I'm trying to wiggle, chat. Yeah, it's very, sorry, the tracking is going all over the place, but very mobile compared to my other model, but. STL render copy makes copy inside of GPU memory, so it's fine. Load media uses CPU. Yeah. Ah, render copy is good to be inside of the loop. That's what we learned when we rendered our banana, right? Keep function as a scope, so we have to go keep shadowing variables. 10 BPS bananas per second? Oh darn, I thought we were making Tetris. Can we expect World of Goo 2 playthrough when it releases? Yes. World of Goo was the first ever game I streamed, okay? So I feel like, well, after debut, which was, you know, a week after starting, but like, I feel, oh wait, hold on, do new people even know this? Hold on, I'm getting confused because I have my thing on in the background too. Guys, I don't know if new people know this. Look at this. Look at this. Mom, I'm video gaming. Mom, I'm VTubing. Get the camera. Yeah, I can press buttons. And I can move my mouse. Based, huh? Anyway, I thought that was cute. Really fun to play Path of Exile with, let me tell ya. Let me move myself down now. Hold on. There we go. Now we're back to square one, baby. These lips would be better. Jinx? Nah. I can't. My actually disorder won't let me. Keep function as a scope. Okay. So anyway, stop distracting me, chat. So we have our render board, the rectangle, the board. Okay, sweet. And then this is going to reference board W. Yes, because board is always going to be equal. Game board, which is board, is always going to have the values of scoreboard taken into account. Even its Y value, which is great. So Y is actually equal to game board dot Y. That was always the case. This is game board dot height, and this is game board dot height. No, it's just board. Fuck. Board dot height. These are all just board, unfortunately, because I forgot it needs to pass through. So am I doing this right, chat? Just before we don't waste just so we don't waste our time. Is this correct? It seems like this is correct. Through location X, Y, this is now going to be board dot width divided by 5. And this is board dot height divided by 5, because it already takes into account the scoreboard. And then this is render apple, no pointer. Okay. And then later on we'll shuffle a banana. Okay. Oh god. Okay, so now every time we need to render the board, we call this function. Okay. Holy shit. Now we We've initialized. It's going to be active. We don't need anything else. So we just call this once. And that's it. Okay. I just want to see if this even works. We need an apple.png. Oh, geez. Oh, man. Where's my apples? Apple.png. Okay. No transparent background, please. PNG tree. Vector illustration. That is so unnecessarily big. Free download. Sign up. Oh, God. I just want a PNG. Remember back in the day when we just open image location? Apple, square. No, PNG. What's a good apple? I don't want a transparent background. I just want white. The answer to is this correct should be the same as this code run and give you the result you want. So like run it. Well, we need an image first to see if it even works. All right. There, this is perfect. Okay. Open image in new tab. Oh, that's so perfect. All right. It's so unnecessarily big. All right. Desktop, and we're going to save it as a what the fuck? Chat, what is this .avi shit? Remember back in the day? Ugh, whatever. We'll just change it. Remember back in the day when we could just like fucking PNG? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Right click. Open with. Paint. Doesn't work because it's a .aviv file. Ugh. Chat. Ugh. You could use this image? No, that's cheating. Apple.png. Why is this so difficult? I wish... Whatever happened to Google Images? Hey, is fucking Bing better for this shit? All I want is a PNG of an apple. Doesn't even have to be fancy. Doesn't... Please, no transparency. I mean, we can do transparency, but that's like CPU stressing it to give it transparent, I think. I remember image location. What's your job, Gary? To entertain you. Actually, it's I work in a medium security prison, and it's my job to dispense people's medication. I'm a drug dealer behind bars. Oh, chat, my neighbors just heard me. I don't want to stretch the image. I just want a basic bitch apple. I mean, that's okay. That's good. No, it's too big, though. That's good. Transparent background, though. I don't want a transparent background. I guess I could just make it not transparent. That's good. I can just make it not transparent, huh? Are you looking for Hoge or Aga How? I don't know. Whatever my wiggly thing is. And not the other lewd one, chat. That's a good one. Chat, all I want to do. Oh! Oh, it's a PNG! Oh, Grandma, thank you! Apple.png. Oh, baby. We got it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Rename, and we're going to call it Apple, and we open it, and it's a PNG. Oh, my God. All right, so now we open it, or we put it in our... here. And then we already have our banana.png. Yep. That's kind of ugly, but whatever. We'll deal with it. Rename it. Banana. And then we open up our thing. Load in banana. And then we load in apple. Okay, we did it. Sweet. So now we have apple.png. Ahegay is like dummy hair. Ahegao is like breathing face. So that's where I remember you, from the mental hospital I was in. Just kidding. It's okay, Caleb. I don't judge you. All right. I deal with mentally troubled people every day. I just use FemPeg and convert it between formats, even if it supports AVIV. Yeah, we all like FemPegs here. Am I right, chat? Am I right or am I right? No, I meant what I said. Okay, so chat, I'm gonna press run, and I know this won't work, but oh, chat, this is not gonna work. Something's gonna fuck up, and I'm gonna have to rewrite half of this. The ideal here is that we get a 5x5 of apples. Go. Doesn't work. All right, we're missing semicolons. Initializing cannot convert initializer list to SDL rectangle pointer. Oh, do I need at game board or something? Fuck. Pointer game board? Fuck. Wait, what am I missing? Oh, does this not need to be a pointer? Is that what's going on? No. Something's going on here. Hold on. This is a pointer. No, it's not a pointer. Fuck. Okay, hold on. I spotted a meme video called Interview with FemPeg Enthusiast. I was too sleepy to unravel its mysteries. Ooh. SDL rect pointer versus SDL rect. Okay, so that was correct. What's next? Render board SDL rectangle pointer cannot convert argument 1 from this to a pointer. So this needs to be the address of space or game board, right? E is an unreferenced local variable. Oh, it's a warning. That's fine. Syntax error while. That's fine. Semicolon before this. Something's wrong here. What's going on here? We've already ran the program once. We shouldn't have any issues with initializing. It looks like it's giving me a bunch of issues here. 1, 2, 3. Wait, where did this one come from? What the fuck? Where did that extra curly brace come from? Ah! Has the potassium been delivered yet? Closer than you think. We are right there. Oh, this needs to move down. My bad. I need to move a lot of this down. So this needs to be moved here. That's fine. That's fine. This needs to move down. We can fix this later, chat. This texture may not even go in here. We may have to pass the texture too, but we'll see. All right, render. Fuck. What did I miss? This left of .w must have a class struct union. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Fuck me. Board is equal to... No, I could pass board. Wait, now there's issues with board. What's wrong with board? It's an SDL rect. It has an X, Y, W, and H value. Why isn't it defined? Shouldn't that always work? I think you don't need to pass SDL rect as a pointer. I have to. Right? Yeah, so this does need to be the address of game board because it's a pointer. I have to, right? And I think I have to Because if I don't type that and I just have board, that doesn't work, right? SDL rect only is like 16 bytes, so maybe it's not bad to pass by value. Just remove the pointer in function definition as well. Oh, wait, do I need to go like at location board? That doesn't work. Yeah, that doesn't work. So you're saying just because SDL rect is only 16 bytes, which is half the size of an integer, maybe it is fine to just reference that over and over. So you're saying just do that. That's so weird though. Do I feel comfortable passing by rectangle? I guess. Doesn't work because why? Initializing cannot convert from initializer list to SDL rect pointer. Oh. Initializing cannot convert. Oh, what? Oh, now here's the issue. It needs the pointer for the rectangle. Oh, wait, fuck. We created a rectangle whose reference on width and height cannot be defined by another rectangle? Maybe now I need the pointer address? I mean, can I cheat and just be like temp distance x equals board dot w, temp distance y equals board dot h divided by 5? Divided by 5. Can I, is this cheating? Can I do this? And temp distance x, temp distance y, and parentheses. Doesn't work. Same issue. Oh, sorry. It's an integer. It's an integer. I'm sorry. Okay, it's an integer. Apologies, apologies. Doesn't work. And error is initializing. Interesting. Why is there issues initializing? We're initializing that? And then we reference by address? Oh! Okay, okay, don't panic. Nobody freak out. We just have a window open. Okay. Okay. So we have a window. That's a great first step. The problem is that we're not rendering the apples. Okay. We got started. So there's something wrong with our load media function. Okay. Woo, you can't create a pointer using a constructor. Did not know that. You create SDL rect pointer, not a rectangle object. Remove the pointer again. Okay, 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 okay. So then can I go back to board.w divided by 5? Does that run now? Okay, sweet. No more fucking temporary variable shit. Board dot height divided by 5. Okay, now we're back. Now we're back to normal. All right, this still runs. Okay, wonderful. Excellent. Now we're cooking with fire. Okay. Okay. Now we have issues getting the apple to load. mRenderer and lRenderer are null pointers, so it won't work. What? I have to make render equal to something? Does it need to be equal to the goddamn rectangle? No. Because when you render copy, it renders, takes a texture, null, and then we access the fruit location, which changes. right? What am I making renderer equal to? All right, let's look it up. You need to get the renderer from somewhere. You never defined the renderer. But what does that mean? What do I make it equal to? Pravitech rating with 3. Balloon raid. Oh, I'm gonna... Wait, I need... Chat, I'm out of music. How did you time that? Where as soon as I ran out of music, you raided. What timing? All right. Hello, thank you. I'm Gary the Goo Boy. I stream every single day, and we're making Click the Banana. We just, you know, need to make everything appear. Right now we have a window. That's cool, right? We just don't have anything on the screen. Femboy, not now. All right, chat, here, you get a glimpse. Boom. But, Femboy needs some love, if you catch my drift. Miko Mikon VTuber, thank you for following. What kind of VTuber are you? How do you initialize the renderer? Well, we initialized it here. This is initializing it, but I don't know what it's gonna be equal to. Like, what are we making? I thought it would be like the size of the rectangle we're rendering. Does it have to equal a surface? No, that's what this is for. Yeah, in fact, it doesn't need a surface at all, does it? What's going on here? I need to look it up. You never created SDL renderer, so nobody can render stuff? What? I did, right here, look. SDL renderer, M renderer, make it equal to null. SDL renderer, L renderer, because it's local, null, reference that texture, renderer, path. I'm not making it equal to like a rectangle or anything, right? I always hate UI, so getting a window is impressive. Thank you. It has to equal a renderer. I'm a Shiba VTuber? That's based. The dog? Aw, cute. See you later, mate. Great watching. See you later, Mr. Hero Williams in the YouTube chat. So I think the answer is, I need to look this up. Null pointer means it points to nothing, so you don't have a renderer. I don't understand then, because I thought... Okay, hold on. What does Mr. Lazyfoo say about that? Hold on. Hardware accelerated textures. Okay, what are we doing here? SDL renderer, global renderer is null. Render color. Global renderer equals SDL create renderer. What the fuck? Wait, no, I did that. SDL renderer. Oh, shit. I never did that. Global window -1. SDL renderer accelerated. Okay, I'm gonna need to copy that. So is equal to SDL create. Wow. Create renderer function. Now, what do you do? Creates a 2D rendering context for a window. Oh, and I need a window for it. Shit. Well, for the sake of testing. Oh, do I have to pass a window now? Oh, God. All right, hold on. Window is called window. So we're gonna pass into the game loop, screen resolution, and then we're also gonna need SDL window pointer. We're gonna call it window game. Pass that and window. This is a pointer already. Window game. This gets passed to the game loop. Okay, Jesus. No globals challenge is shaking? Nah, no globals, baby. We tried to tell you, you can set it up in the initializer. Yeah, okay, so we created the window in the initializer, but we need to pass that window into the render board function. Okay. So, chat, how do I do that? Can I do that twice? I guess we'll try it. See if it's even possible. So we'll pass this along again. I just want to see if this is even possible. Okay, just render this. What happens? Doesn't work. Missing a semicolon here. Oh. Shit, I should, hold on. Hold on, no pointer. I know it's gonna appear white again. I just wanna see if the program even runs. Doesn't work because SDL window is expecting an expression instead of a type. Render board function does not take one argument. SDL window expected expression instead of a type. What? So this passed correctly. The game loop passed correctly. It's render board that's the issue. Create a good luck with everything. May the coding god smile upon you. Oh, wait, I need to pass window game, not create. I'm sorry, I'm dumb. Okay, haha. We're just passing window game, not creating a whole new one. Line 27? No, this is right. You mean 37? Yes. 27? No, that's correct. Good luck with everything. May the coding god smile upon you. Thank you, Private Tech. Thank you for rating. Appreciate it. No, you can just pass the whole renderer? Why would we do that? It's a whole struct. Why call game loop an initialization? Good lessons. And it also gets rid of all that crap from this. I mean, I hate it when I see like one giant block of initialization, you know? Ideally, we would have all this shit in here too, but whatever. I don't want to pass a million things into the game loop. And honestly, the only reason we're even passing these is because we need to pass it to render board. Although I guess I could just put the render board. No, because we need to call this function a lot in the game loop. So it doesn't make sense to only have it in the initialization, you know? Lame, don't call a game loop an initialization. Nah, it's fine. Okay, render. Oh, it worked. Oh shit. Okay, okay, now we're cooking with fire. Okay. Fuck, which renderer are we working on? So we need to load media first. So we're gonna SDL underscore create renderer parentheses, and you need a window, which is not currently passed to you. Ugh. We'll worry about that in a second. Create renderer. This renderer will take window game. You will also take, or the address of window game, I guess. Oh no, it is a pointer, we're good. And then we're also gonna take an index, which is -1, and a flag, which is SDL hardware. What? SDL hardware. Oh fuck, what was it called? No! What was it? SDL renderer accelerated. Okay. All right. SDL renderer accelerated. Okay, like I've ever used that more than once in my life. Okay, now this, as is, will work, right? It just won't do anything. Okay, this is good. Okay, so now we're creating the same renderer twice instead of just passing the whole renderer, which is the thing we actually needed. What? Chat, oh my God, why are we is that normal, chat? I'm fucking something up. Are we really passing like 3 parameters of our own like structs? Is that normal? Are we really passing a goddamn renderer every time I need to render an image? I guess we're only rendering the thing once, aren't we? And then we're rendering the copy. Okay. All right. Well, if that's the case, I guess we just move this renderer into the game loop. Because fuck referencing that multiple times. And now, we're gonna pass that into both load media and render board. Because load media is contained within rendering the board. Okay. So I need to pass a renderer. Oh god. M renderer. Just initialize the renderer in initialization? No, because then it goes to the game loop. No, I don't want to. Chad, I don't want to put it in the initialization function, because then I have to pass it to the game loop function, which then passes it to the other functions. I guess this is just one giant initialization function, but whatever. This is legacy code we're dealing with, so it's gonna stay this way, okay? All right. Okay, we're gonna pass the renderer. So now under the game board and load media, I need, instead of, oh no, we're not passing the window then. Wait, do I need the window anymore then? No, I can just replace it with the renderer, because the whole reason we even passed the window, which means I don't need it in screen create anymore. Oh my god, Chad, never mind, it is going up here. We're not passing the window, we're passing this. Right? Which means I need to put the render up there. Yeah. So now instead of passing the window, we're gonna pass the renderer. Okay, okay, that makes sense. Now this is no longer gonna need that. It's gonna need SDL renderer pointer local. Fuck, I don't know. Everything just gets the same name. That, and then this is also gonna need SDL renderer pointer M renderer. Holy cow, chat. I made this so complicated for no reason. Never mind, my brain is melted. Okay, okay. Yes, it is the correct thing to do. Did someone claim it as outlandish? Chat, everything you do is outlandish, okay? Okay, paste that. That does need that whole text. This needs that whole text. Load media also needs that whole text because it needs a renderer. And instead of L renderer, we're gonna call this M renderer. Okay, did I do this all correctly is the question. I think I did. I'm gonna press this button, and I swear to God, I better see 25 apples. Whoops. Build error. What happened? This is an undeclared modifier. Oh, whoops. Okay, my bad, my bad. I forgot window game had to be deleted. Okay, now we go. Fuck. Error. Unresolved external symbol instruct SDL texture. What? This? No, it's just warnings. Can I say fuck the warnings? Struct STL texture load media. Doesn't work. Unresolved external symbol struct STL texture. Oh, what's going on here? Is it this that it's having the issue with? Because we're actually returning an image now? I see red, so it is not correct. Where? Here? Local variable, E. That is E. We didn't cut it off anywhere. I think this is correct. Does it need the address? Is that why? Because I have mRenderer as a pointer? No, it is a pointer of a pointer, so no, that doesn't work. Well, what's the actual error here? Because it's not actually giving me any. It's just giving me warnings, but with no red X's. It just gives me 3 warnings. Unresolved external symbol struct SDL texture. I think it's this that it's having the issue with. Actually colorblind? There is no red! Chat, it's just green. All I see is green of squigglies. I don't see red squigglies anywhere. Do you? Am I blind? I see no red, yeah. Okay, so then we render it. There are build errors. Okay. What kind of errors do you guys see here? Hold on. Okay, so these are the issues I get. The top one, this is me scrolled all the way up. Error link 2001, unresolved external symbol, struct SDL texture, load media, character constant, load media, blah, 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 blah. So is this like an issue with like headers? Failed. Fatal error, one unresolved externals, done building. Is it loading the apple? Is that the issue? Are your function definitions correct? Okay, let's check it out. So I think the load media, what do we have here? We have a path, so apple, the renderer, pointer, mRenderer, SDL texture, pointer, L texture, image load texture, mRenderer, path, mRenderer. Image load texture requires a renderer and a constant character pointer path. The pointer goes here, right? It doesn't matter which one. It looks like you're calling the wrong local media. The fuck? Apple.png. Apple.png. What? Bye bye, bozo. Hello, hello. What's the issue here? Must be with this. Check the prototype of load media. Counts the character path, SDL render, mRenderer. Oh, you're so goddamn smart. Thank you. Holy shit. Oh my God, you're so smart. How did I miss that shit? Okay. Wow. My B. Okay, that's my B. Okay. Thank you. Now I should see 25 apples. Fuck. Load media function does not take one argument because I never passed a argument to it or parameter. Please load 25 apples. Fuck. Okay, well, it worked. So we're passing everything correctly. So this is still our issue here. This is still our issue here. So render copy is correct. right? I guess I should just render it and just see what happens. Nothing. But it does work. Huh. You need to call something from SDL to present it. Oh, do we need to like refresh the window or something? Is that what's going on? SDL refresh, not refresh, update window surface. Is that what's going on? Doesn't work. Why? Does not take in 0 arguments. You need a window. Fuck. Hold on. Man, it's almost like we never needed a game loop in this, huh? Window. SDL. Window. Pointer. Window. Window. Doesn't work. If you use renderer, you use renderer present. What? Free surface. Okay, this is our load texture. This is what they do for load texture. So they create a new pointer, make it equal to null. Then they create a surface, image load that, create a new texture, SDL create texture from surface. So this is why we have our IMG underscore instead of SDL. This is like an updated version of this. And then we return the new texture. The function is an SDL texture pointer. Okay, so this is correct. This is correct. The only difference is their renderer is referencing the global renderer, so they don't need to make one. So we had to pass one. But besides that, it's the same. So that is correct. So what do we have here? We have image quit, SDL quit, destroy renderer, destroy window. So that's our close function. We'll worry about that in a second. Load media. Bool success equals true. Global texture equals to loaded texture. Return success. What? Load texture is this. Global texture is this. And then they pass the global texture to the main guy, which is render clear, render the copy, render present. Oh. SDL render present, which requires a renderer. So that's going to be the M renderer. Go. Fuck! Clear the renderer, render the copy. Oh God. Okay. So clear the renderer here. Well, that's already cleared, right? Even though we're passing it, whatever. Whatever. SDL clear renderer. Clear renderer? Clear. Render clear. M renderer. Then we end it with SDL. Render present. M renderer. Doesn't work. Oh. Oh my God. Fuck. I don't think you want to clear the renderer on the render board. I mean, yeah. Jeez, what am I doing wrong here? SDL render present. No one say it's incorrect. Yeah. If you use renderer, you use renderer present. Okay, now go to the part where they do the presentation logic, and then you don't need window. Wait, Gary, that makes no sense. This function is for rendering the board, not rendering it, presenting in the renderer. Oh God, so many renderers. Jesus Christ. Okay. What's going on here? What's happening? We clear the screen, which we don't need to worry about right now. We render the texture onto the screen. That is what this function is for. And then we update the screen with the global renderer. This should go here. Am I supposed to do... I know you guys are gonna hate this. Here? Why doesn't that work? Oh. Doesn't work. Fuck. Render board should go inside of the render loop, and then the load media goes outside? What? I know what you're saying, but it's gonna be weird because now I need to pass a texture, but I'll try it. So you're saying this should go here, so we only ever have to load this once from our computer, right? Using our CPU. This, however, stays the same, but we're gonna pass an SDL texture pointer because it's only, well, it's a struct. And we're gonna call it Apple. Okay. Well, I mean, if I have to. And then we're gonna pass Apple into the render board. But we're gonna move this onto the main loop. Even though we're gonna be bringing it up a bunch, but whatever. Go. Missing a semicolon right here. Okay. Doesn't work. Okay. But we're getting closer, I think. So it's fine to have like a bunch of loops of render copy because that shit's made to be efficient on our GPU. This is only gonna get loaded once. What is going on here? It's not this. It's not this. We've already know this works, and that's fine. We're passing all of our values. Yes. So I guess the only thing left... Also, we don't need to pass the window anymore. I should delete that. What? Oh, I fucked up somewhere. SDL texture pointer does not need that. I guess this just gets deleted then? Okay, so we don't need window anymore. So now, it's this? Well, no, my logic is correct, right? Try to clear the screen? That doesn't matter. You have no error handling, so SDL can't tell you shit? Error handling is for people who can't read, chat. Oh, I know what it is. Y minus X. You said Y minus X? What? Yeah, that's correct. Because Y is always bigger than X. So scoreboard, yeah? Y is bigger than X? Yes. So scoreboard is equal to a positive integer. And are you saying it's here? No, this is correct. Board Y is fine because board Y value is where scoreboard ends. Bro, SDL initialize? What do you mean SDL initial? Wait, the fuck? Create window, create a renderer, create renderer, set render draw color, int image flags equals image initialization PNG? The fuck? Global window load texture. Oh wait, hold on. What? Hello SDL. SDL window, screen surface. SDL cannot initialize. SDL init. Oh! Motherfucker, it was hidden in a goddamn error statement. Oh my god. It was hidden in an error statement and I missed the goddamn call. SDL init. Razor Sharp Fang, hello! You keep forgetting how painful cross-platform game is without SDL? Yeah, well, then you have me, who has a hard time learning a goddamn framework. And then SDL initialize init video. Is that what it is? SDL init video. Yes. Okay. Chat, I'm gonna press the goddamn render button and I had better see 25 goddamn apples on my screen. Create window. Oh, that has to go above. Now it doesn't work? Ah! If SDL doesn't return true, you cannot proceed. SDL init should go before everything else? Oh. So you're saying like before we even create a screen, just initialize video. Holy shit, is it that important? Doesn't work! Ugh. Oh, does it have to go before even like everything else in the main function? Oh my god. Ah. Initialize stands for initialize, which means it has to be done before you do anything SDL related. Yeah, kind of figured. Yeah, I thought that too, what's up, but no, that doesn't work. That just gives a build error. I mean, I'm almost tempted to just be like, plop. Error handling is for basic bitches, exactly. Exactly, chat. But once we learn this once, we can actually get to the goddamn game programming. Haven't even done that yet. So this is all... Wait, what's going on here? Settings, disable. Line 43, game loop. Screen create resolution, mRenderer. What? Wait, what's the issue here? Settings, disable. Location, line 43. Game loop, screen create resolution pass. SDL renderer. mRenderer, SDL window. Huh? Try to change the background color? Sure. Yeah. You're so stubborn. Do proper error handling. SEL might tell you what went wrong. Yeah, no, I know it initializes. It works. Like, I can change the color and shit. All right, back to lazy food we go. Gary, you gotta know how to error report if you're gonna be a game programmer. Well, shit. Give me a bit of a break, all right? Listen, chat, when we make a real video game, we ain't gonna have these issues. It's better we learn this now. So it must be something with texture loading then. So load the texture. We did that. Global window, we're passing that. Global renderer, null. Global texture, null. Create a window, we did that. Renderer, we did that now. Initialize the color, did that. Initialize PNG loading. Int image flags equals image initialization PNG. Chat, I hate these error reports. I hate them with a goddamn passion. Ugh, disgusting. Int image flags equals this number. Oh, we had a discussion about this because I was confused what it means to compare. So I just need this. After creating the rendering, we want to initialize the rendering color. This controls what color is used. Okay. So let me just copy this real quick, make sure the whole program works. Oh, okay. Fuck the printf. I don't have the thing. Does that work? So image initialization seems to be having the issue here. So what's going on? Surface, create window. Load bitmap. We don't have to worry about that. So this has nothing to do with it. This is just blitting surfaces. This is like CPU bound shit. Render present. Update window surface. That's fine. We're not updating the surface. We're just updating the renderer. Stretching other image formats, maybe? Any of you except for Gary thinking error handling isn't important? Well, proper textures would need to be bound to GPU loading. The texture probably chucks it onto the GPU in video memory. Well, that's the point of all this. I just don't understand why it's not rendering the image. Initialize PNG loading. Image, okay, int image flags, which is a term that is a local variable. And then we're gonna image initialize PNG is an enumerator under SDL. So whenever we call image flags, that is equal to this. Oh, wait, can I just do image initializing PNG? I don't even know why. Oh, is it for like error reporting to have it like compared or something? It's almost like the video. So I guess I need this up here then too, huh? Oh, wait, and you probably do the same thing for like audio and control or whatever. Okay, well, it works. Let's keep reading. It's only important if you want your code to break at the slightest of breezes, like mine. At least your programs would crash if something went wrong and not silently fail. Yeah, well, welcome to my life. Okay, so this is now in, and then we get window surface, but that's fine. SDL surface, load surface. Okay, we're not loading surfaces, remember that. We're loading textures, so it is a little different. Image load. SDL convert surface? No, that's not true. I don't have to convert BMP to PNG, right? No shot. That's a surface thing, not a texture thing. Texture loading. Using a rendering technique. Okay, render texture window, load texture. Create a window. I guess the test would be, do I have to load a bitmap? Maybe that's the test. Learning. We have, maybe what I need is my banana bitmap file. And maybe we try loading banana dot BMP. Doesn't work. Damn. Load the PNG texture. If this is null, fail to load texture image, return success. And all this is doing, whenever they call this load media function, is just making the global texture equal this texture. But that's fine, because we're passing textures. Since texture loading is abstracted with our image loading function, the load media function pretty much works the same as before. And then deallocate. The fuck? Check if image loaded correctly. Somebody, what was that? Lucas Matrix is following. Thank you. If load media this equals false. I can't believe I have to goddamn include an IO stream in my goddamn program. Dirty. C or STD C out. You're a moron, Gary. Okay, so now we need just load media to return false instead of void. Oh, return null pointer, I guess. If SDL or if L texture equals null pointer, return null return L texture. I guess it always returns L texture anyway, huh? Yeah, I don't need any of this. It just always returns L texture even if it's null. You're a moron, Gary. Oh my god. It's not loading the image correctly. Oh shit. Looking at C++ game development makes me feel better about my C# game development. We knew it all along. Chat, no you didn't. No you didn't. Okay, so we have a target. The load media function is fucking up somewhere. So what's wrong with this? Well, let's try apple.png. Is that gonna pull up the same issue? Same issue. So the image didn't load correctly. That's the issue, huh? So everything else is good. It's just this load media function we're having an issue with. So what's wrong with it? Well, we're passing. Well, let's take this step by step. How do we even get there? We go from our initialization function to our game loop. This game loop is going to pass or call a load media function, and all it's inputting as parameters is the string of characters that specify the image I want to load and a renderer. When it comes down here, this is the path, renderer. It is supposed to be in that order. They're already pointers. This is a pointer. And it should be returning this pointer value. But it's not. It's successfully returning null pointer. You need to put the image into another place from which versus runs your program. Well, its location is... Yeah. Its location is correct. It should be in this folder. Does it need to get more specific than that? I'm not debugging. It's just going in the main thing. I'm just running it. That is fine for that to be in there. I mean, do we do wow.png since that always works? Yeah, it doesn't work. It returns null. So somewhere along the line, we're fucking up here. Can you check that the file exists? Well, yeah. Well, yeah, I know it exists. There's the banana. There's the apple. It'll always grab those. You didn't learn that yet? You should check the working directory, I guess. Also, shouldn't PNG be in lowercase? Are you sure the file is called .png and not apple.png? That's never mattered. I've always done uppercase for everything. It's not gonna work. Yeah. In fact, it's still returning null pointer. It's still returning null pointer when we call this. So why? Why is it returning null pointer? Did I define the parameter correctly? Oh, wait, hold on. There's a green line here. Function definition for render board not found. What? Oh, this. Function definition for close not found, render board not found. Well, that's fine. I spelt this all correct. It is a pointer. Are the image files being copied into the output directory? Yes. Is it fine, Gary? Well, I mean, can we see out anything else to kind of diagnose this? Can we see out, like, not even the string? So they exist right next to the .exe file? Yes? Oh, wait, where's the exe file? Hold on. This? No. Wait, the fuck is this? Wait a second. Yeah. Why isn't that giving me a .exe? Wait. My debug says it was last edited 113, but that was 4 days ago. The fuck? Maybe you should see out the contents of the folder you're in. Enable file extensions in Explorer, please. I don't know how to do that. Release is here. Do I put it in the release thing, maybe? Hold on. Copy. I'm willing to try anything right now. Release. Okay, well, fuck it. Doesn't work. In fact, still returns null pointer. Am I... Loads an image from the file system path into the GPU texture. An SDL texture represents an image in GPU memory, usable by the 2D render API. This can be significantly more efficient than using a CPU-bound SDL surface if you don't need to manipulate the image directly after loading it. If the loaded image has transparency or color key, a texture with an alpha channel will be created automatically. Oh, that's sick. Otherwise, SDL image will attempt to create a texture in the most format that most reasonably represents the image data, but in many cases, this will end up being 32 RGB. There is a separate function to read files. If you need an in-out abstraction to provide data from anywhere instead of a simple file system read, that function is image load texture RW. If you would rather decode an image or SDL surface, a buffer of pixels in CPU memory, call image load instead. When done with the return texture, the app should dispose of it with a call to SDL destroy texture. The file a path on the file system to load an image from, returns a new texture or null on error. So it is this that's fucking up. Chat, should I not call it path? Is it like, it's not and path. It is path though, right? Just to test this, can you pass the absolute path of the image? Can you tell me how to do that? Am I like copying and pasting like open? I have to like copy that. This is probably the curse of the working directory. Are you building in a debug or on release? I think release, because debug was last edited 1.13 and this was 1.17. Okay. Yeah, this is the last released one. This is the name of the image. Yeah, it doesn't work. Still no pointer. It must be this. Just copy image to debug and release. Just copy it everywhere and just paste it like a moron. All right. Debug. Paste. Try running it. Doesn't work. Okay. Debug has it. Release has it, even though that is what we're doing here, because it was last ran 7:27 p.m. All of this was. But Apple doesn't work. Huh. Isn't that interesting? Source code. SDL learning. This is just the packages I downloaded 4 days ago. Yeah, everything worked here before. Try calling SDL get error. Ah, fine. We'll do it. This is gonna be can't find image or something. Renderer is invalid. What? Parameter renderer is invalid. What does that mean? Wait, the renderer is invalid? SDL renderer m renderer is equal to SDL create renderer window -1 SDL renderer accelerated. The -1 being the int index, right? The integer index. we pass that here because game loop accepts SDL renderer pointer M renderer. We pass M renderer and it comes out as M renderer. Okay, that's correct. Then we pass it to load media, which accepts character path, SDL renderer pointer, M renderer. We pass M renderer, spelled correctly. Come down here, path, SDL renderer pointer, M renderer, use M renderer, and it's invalid? Fuck me when I said proper error handling. So remember our discussions about proper error handling? Oh, right, because SDL is a C library. It doesn't throw exceptions. Oh. Should I rename it? Is that the issue here? Is it like a double passed renderer thing that's... Well, no, because... this works. Right? Although I guess I can just do the same thing here. If SDL... I know we're doing this twice. Whatever. I'm going to duplicate the work here. If this equals null pointer... SDL get error. What? No conversion from null to null? Return 0 on success or negative error code. Call error to get more information. What the fuck? Do I just... STD, C out, SDL, get error? Is it that easy? Oh my god! Okay, chat, we have an issue. We have a problem. Oh. Okay. We found out there's a problem. You need to assign Apple to a return handle. Okay. Please switch your build configuration to debug. Okay, what is wrong? Renderer is invalid. So clearly, everything in the entire program is getting fucked up because of the renderer. So that's our issue here. Okay, what is the problem? The renderer, clearly. So let's make sure we know our terms, I guess. We have our initialization, we have our main function. It calls initialization. Okay. We create a window, we create a surface, we create a rectangle. Did we just do like STD, C out, SDL, get error here below the renderer? Surface is already associated with window. What the fuck? Okay. Window? Wait, now I have a window issue? Surface is already... Sorry. Surface is already associated with the window. Wait, the renderer needs to go before surface? Is that what's going on? Is that everything? Is that all my issues right now? Okay, hold on, different color. We're getting somewhere. I don't have a render issue anymore. Okay, hold the fucking phone. Didn't know this. The problem is, now the color isn't working. So now I guess the question is, what happens to surface? So STD, C out, SDL, get error. So what's wrong with the surface here? Doesn't have one. Okay, well, why isn't our color working then? There is none. The fuck? Okay. Okay, hold on. Let me think about this. We fixed the rendering issue, which apparently the renderer needs to be coming before the surface. Didn't know that. My bad. But now... How the fuck? Now it's like this issue. Why not write proper error handling? What's up? If there's anything I learned today, I've learned the value of error handling. Okay, I get it, okay? Ha ha ha, Gary fucked up error handling. Okay, I learned my lesson today, okay? When we do every program in the future, you bet your ass we're wrapping everything in a SDL get error function, okay? I get it, all right? Lesson learned. What better way to memorize something than by fucking it up, you know? Okay. SDL, I already miss Gary being insulted. Color is working, but you're clearing the screen every frame. Or you don't. Yeah, I don't. So we render the Apple board, and this is happening constantly, which obviously is not going to be in our main program, but you get it. And then we render present. And that means everything is functionally correct, because I still have my get error if we return null pointer. So maybe, and we do, we're not loading the images still. So maybe now we put our stdc out, SDL, get. Let's put our get error here maybe. See if that solves the issue. Doesn't pull up anything. So it is rendering these, but it's rendering nothing. Ah, interesting. Is it? No, the window's open. It's not this. You need to make Apple a variable, not null pointer? What? I think a texture always has to be a pointer, doesn't it? There's no shot this works. Yeah, this doesn't even build. Apple uses undefined struct SDL texture. Okay, that's right. So it does need to be a pointer. I don't think you assign Apple to anything, so Apple stays null. Yeah. We're not assigning Apple to anything. Apple is just the texture. Wait. Render board takes Apple. Apple is an empty texture. Do we make Apple equal this? Is that the issue? Is that gonna work? Doesn't even work. Oh, it needs a pointer. Fuck. Deleted those. Oh my God. Oh. It feels good to be king, chat. It does. Look at this beautiful, incorrect counted array of 20 goddamn apples when it should be 25, but we'll ignore that. Also, the background's not white, kind of annoying. Interesting. I don't know why this isn't working anymore. All right. Maybe we need to move it afterwards. Maybe we put it down here. Maybe that's the answer. Doesn't even handle it. Do we have to fill the rectangle every render frame? Okay. Well. Okay, rather than... No, we do want it in there. Why not SDL error after get copy? Gary, stop moving stuff in there around randomly. Well, we gotta experiment, chat. You never know when you're a moron until you limit push. All right. So something's wrong with our for loop here because we're not spotting the 5th one. Board Y. Board Y divided by 5. Oh my god, that's incorrect. Oh Jesus, I don't even know what I did here. Oh my lord. Okay, well, that's incorrect. It is board H divided by 5. Something's wrong with our Y value though. We're not 6? I don't know why we would do 6. It's gonna be worse. Yeah. Something's wrong where we're not producing a high enough. So less than, oh, it is less than equal. I'm sorry, I'm dumb. It's less than or equal because we want the final row to appear versus the X value where it doesn't matter because that's on the very right side of the screen. So we get a 4x4. The fuck? Here, let me change the resolution so you guys see it a little better. We'll do 600 by 500. There we go. Oh no, that worked. How in the fuck does changing the resolution give me less apples? Well, anyway, there's our array. And look, we have a little spot up here for the scoreboard, but I don't know why it's not the color white. It's kind of annoying, but interesting. Yeah, chat, how are you gonna randomly deactivate a bomb if you don't randomly pull some cables? Exactly. Now, all right. Somebody backseat game me. What is like the most basic shuffle a banana onto the board? All right, we just need to make sure this, I need this chat, okay? Oh God, we need to load banana. No, it's easy. SDL, texture, pointer, banana equals load media, banana dot PNG, comma, M renderer. So now we render the banana and we're gonna pass apple and banana. This seems like a very inefficient way to do this, but whatever. I want 1,000,000 parameters in my programs. That's what we're about here. Okay, so now we can pass banana. So what we're gonna end up doing is SDL render copy. At some location, we're gonna be rendering the banana. But instead of the rectangle fruit location, which is constantly shifting. So yeah, now we have bananas rendered over the apples. Okay, that's planned. Now we're gonna shuffle it. Jasm, hello! Just roll a random number, and if the number is X, render the banana instead of an apple. Yeah. So something like... if... well... oh, do I really want to run a shuffle every time we run this loop? Because that's be super inefficient, chat, right? I don't want to, like... we would do it outside of the loop. We would do something like something like shuffle RNG spot, shuffle RNG banana, and then if RNG banana is equal to fuck. Basically, when we hit the number RNG banana, do this. So something like shuffle banana. No, because then you end up with a fucking random number. Oh God. 25 shuffles very inefficiently? No, we're not shuffling 25 times. The goal is to shuffle RNG banana, which is our shuffled integer, from the number 1 to 25. When this is equal to a number, create banana. That's the goal, okay? And that's all we're checking. But I don't know how to check. There must be a shuffle function, something, right? shuffle? Shuffle. Do a random number from 1 to 25, and inside the look, if you hit that number, print the banana, otherwise print the apple. Yeah, but how do you compare against something that's uncomparable? Like, let me think. Hold on, this is a game logic thing. Shut up, chat. Let me think. We're gonna create a number outside of the for loop. This number is anywhere from 1 to 25. Inside of the for loop, if... But the problem is we don't know what number that if is gonna be equal to, right? If we know it's 13, it'll always spawn on the 13th spot. Yeah, are there any events that you're looking for that can let you set the banana locations? Create a number inside for loop? Well, the idea I'm thinking, right, chat, is that we have, you know, the shuffle here, shuffle some integer. Then inside, we're going to be checking if that integer is equal to something, create the banana. And that's simple enough to say, I just don't know what the something is, you know? Like I don't know what this is going to be. I don't know how to compare a number to something that isn't created yet. Do a counter inside of the loop that counts and then compares. Like click, timer event. No, I don't want to do any event stuff. This is more like basic programming stuff. This is like an assignment you give like a 15-year-old. It's like, you want to shuffle the number 1 through 25 to make the banana. Gary, stop comparing to dummy variables and just compare them to functions, and then you can go write those functions? What? I mean, I understand what you're saying. I'm so new to programming, I'm like trying to get basic logic down. So you're saying create. Okay, so we're gonna create a shuffled integer. Then we're gonna be counting in another integer up inside. Int z equals, well, how about this? Int RNG final is equal to 0. RNG final plus plus. Or sorry, plus plus RNG final for you nerds. If RNG is equal to RNG final, print this. Is that what we're saying here? This is literally a second class assignment. Probably where I'm at right now because we spend so much time on the framework, but now we can print bananas. So does board need to know the banana position now? Well, no, because the whole point of this, chat, is that this whole nested for loop thing is just create create a row of columns, right? Nectarian Chopper? I watched Terminator. God, I love Terminator 1 so much more than Terminator 2. What a great movie. Your name reminded me of Terminator. So now initialize a random RNG once at the start of the program. Well, no. I want to create a new banana every time an event happens, but we'll worry about the event later. I want it to be repeatable. I know, by the way, chat, I am very aware that because render board is in our main game loop, what we're gonna have is a banana that's popping around a bunch, but I'd rather have that than nothing else. All right, first things first, I've never done an RNG thing in C before. Shuffle C++. What is it? Auto. What the fuck? Is this a goddamn Lamborghini or whatever the fuck you call it? Lambo? What is this? Algorithm, STD shuffle. Shuffle. 1 to 25. The shit? Is there no just randomized two numbers? Okay, well I guess we're gonna end up with that, huh? Array, we don't need the array. Unsigned seed. Oh, because of the clock shit. Oh god, we're gonna have to do chrono. Oh, chat. Uniform int distribution. Produces a random integer value I, uniformly distributed in a closed interval, 0 through 25, and that is distributed according to the probability function. Uniform int distribution. Oh, based. Include random. Seed source. Oh my god, this is so much for just a thing. Jesus Christ, I just wanna try it, chat. I just wanna see if it's even, fuck, I don't want to copy though. I don't just want to copy this, it's so bad. Shuffle is another algorithm? Wait, what? RNG C programming. How to generate a random int. Initialization. Random? Oh, what the fuck? Okay, well, shit. What, does this work that easily? Gary, I don't want to copy paste. Gary, copies paste. Well, I just want to see if this even works. Okay, this is gonna be global. We're just seeing if this works, chat, all right? Don't get sassy with me. Random number. Int RNG equals rand 25. Does that work? That did not work. Oh god. This feels like cheating. I'm not understanding what's going on, and that doesn't feel fair. This is not about shuffling. You just see it that way because you're thinking of this like if it were cards on a table that you can pick and shuffle. Oh. So there's no RNG element at all? Well, let's think about that. That's good. That's a good one. If there's no RNG element, what happens? What happens? Well, right now, if we have the number 12, what happens? We print one banana, right? Oh. RNG final equals 0. Int RNG equals 12. Now, it's gonna print on the 12th spot, right? Okay, we have the basics of click the banana, okay? Now, we just need that banana to spawn in completely random places after we click it. Now, the event handles the click part. It's more so the game logic. Which version of C++ even is this? 20, I believe, but we're obviously using features of C with classes. Why would you pass 25 to it? Because I wanted a random number from 0 to 25. There is an RNG element at the start, but switching the banana a second time is not a shuffle. Sorry, I need to use proper terminology. You are correct. By the way, thank you everyone for having patience with me. I understand this can be a little frustrating, but that's okay, right? Thank you all for your patience with me. So, this is the only number that ever needs to change. Now, obviously, what we would do is in the game loop, we would have... That's not how SRAND works, Gary. Yeah, okay, I get it. Thank you. So how do we make it so that number that does this changes? Also, how is this the number 12? Oh, it's doing it from that direction. Oh, that's weird. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's just, I was expecting this way, but it actually prints from this way. Oh, that's cool. Oh yeah, because we're creating a row of columns. Row 1, row 2. Okay, I got you. Sorry, column 1, column 2, column 3. 5, 10, 12. So now... Also, you shouldn't store state of banana inside a render board. Why not? Makes it easy, because we're just rendering to whatever spot fruit location is based on. I guess we could just have it outside of the loop, but it doesn't hurt anything. Just have an if statement here, right? It only activates the code once. My soul is 5 Apex Legends game heavier. Just pass the random position to render board. So you're saying... Start the program, choose an RNG. Print. I can tell Geargate's getting frustrated because he's just giving me answers at this point. He's like, dude, I am so tired of this banana shit. Move on to the Toho game. But bitch, we gotta learn how to render a goddamn banana game first, all right? And by the way, I'm gonna say, I'm proud of where we're at right now, chat. I think this is kind of cute. I don't know why the background's still black, but we'll worry about that later. Oh, you know what? What if we put the update window surface before this? Does that solve it? Nope. Fill rectangle. 0, 0. Yeah, it should be white. You gotta do that rect fill call every frame. Wait, no, I don't, chat, because if it's every frame, it's every frame I have to have so much shit passed to that function. Chat, why did I separate game loop and initialization? Wouldn't it be so much easier if I just had all this shit up here? Wouldn't that be so much easier? Oh, chat, we have so much legacy code. I just want to start over and do this all fresh again and just make this shit better. It's so flawed. Your banana seems kind of small, but it's pretty banana. Well, I don't care about the looks. I care about the function. Obviously, it looks ugly. I get it, right? It's like a little mini, it's like a, what do you call that, chat? Like a baby banana? It's like a plantain? Whatever you call like a little baby banana. Plantain, I think it's called. Does it bother anyone else that most of the world refers to a pineapple as a banana? It bothers me. SDL set render draw color. What? SDL set render draw color. Renderer. Used for drawing proportions, rectangular, line, and clear. Set the color by filling the rectangle. Oh shit. No, that's only I know what you're referencing here. No. Unless we want to make a whole new rectangle. Oh, well, I guess we could. Hold on. This just references the color. So if we draw like a rectangle on the screen, which I guess would be the parameters of this, and then we just draw the color, I guess that would work. Okay, well, mRenderer. And then we're gonna pass 0 XFF and just do that 4 times. And then we SDL. How do we draw a rectangle again? We have the rectangle shape. draw, render, draw, rectangle, right? And then we reference the renderer. And then the rectangle we're referencing, which is screen resolution pass. And then, yeah, this works. Fuck. I need a pointer renderer, a pointer rectangle, of which this is not. I need the address. Fuck. Cannot convert. We made the class screen create, so that is just an int and XY value. Oh, but it's not a rectangle. Oh, shit. Base background is the rectangle. Oh, we made game board. It needs to be game board chat. Oh, it needs to be the address of game board, sorry. Okay. Don't panic, I can fix this. Game board. Plus scoreboard. Minus scoreboard. Plus scoreboard. No, minus scoreboard. What the fuck? Wait, shouldn't this be plus scoreboard? Scoreboard is just an integer, though. It should be the address of game board. What's happening is we are getting a white background, but it's drawn under the apples. I need a way to get it up there. SDL has a similar acronym, something they made us use in school. Set the render color for drawing or filling rectangles, line, or points for SDL render clear. Okay. It has windowing, graphics, audio input, not just the render thingy. Oh, yeah, no, this is, we also leak memory because we're never calling close, but it doesn't matter for now. Yeah, I know. It's fine. Okay. What? We'll shove aside all our memory problems for later, chat. We're a C++ programmer, okay? We do all that shit at the end, okay? Yeah, so basically, the whole point of SDL, by the way, is that this game can be trivially put on like mobile iOS or Mac. It's very platform agnostic. That's the benefit of it. And I don't have to worry about fucking bringing up a Windows window in C++ with no framework. So, Does SDL stand for suck dick loser? That's how I feel when I use it. Trivially, yeah, it's relative, chat, it's relative. So we are drawing the rectangle, but the game board needs to be placed higher. Is there a way to like temporarily make that higher? I guess we could just draw a new rectangle for SDL rectangle above game board, top of game, and make the values equal to 0, scoreboard, screen resolution pass X, which is the width, and then screen resolution pass Y is the basic bitch move, but it works. And then we reference at top of game. Now this should work. Fuck! Oh, that little extra bubble there is gonna be the death of me. How do I get a white rectangle up there? Render present, render draw rectangle. We are drawing the rectangle. Render the rendering context. An SDL structure representing the rectangle to draw or null to outline the entire rendering target. So screen resolution pass is indeed the entire game. The scoreboard. Oh! The Y parameter's fucked up. My bad. Okay. Ha 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 ha. Go. Fuck. Oh, wait. Hold on. That's different. Wait. Was that white thin line there before? It must have been. It must have been. It wasn't. Oh, something's wrong. Okay. So you see how there's like no white line here? Look at this. I give it the value of 0, so it actually starts on the top like it should. Render. And look, there's a little white line there. You see it? Oh. Why don't you just set the render draw color in the initializer? Because, fuck you. You're smart, all right? I'm dumb. I'm learning this shit. Wiki says it's simple direct media layer, but that doesn't seem to be simple. I mean, it's simple to me, just hard to program because I don't know programming that well. In the main loop, after the event loop, we call render clear. This function fills the screen with a color that was last set by set render draw color. The problem is that, oh, we're filling the rectangle. Oh, shit. Chat, I want to start over. There's so much shit I know now that I didn't know when we started this. I know how we shouldn't be separating these. I now know I shouldn't be passing like 5 values into here when I should just be passing like 1. I think we can get away with, because this function render board is doing a lot of work, and I feel like it's not fair to the function. I feel like we're abusing it. This is perfect. I love this little function. This is very nice and clean. I like it. This needs cleaning up because I think this line is useless. In fact, I'm sure it'll render the same. It rendered the exact same. So that line was useless. Like, there's a lot of things here we can clean up. I kind of want to remake the game tomorrow. But with the knowledge that we now know that we have to initialize SDL video and image. And I get to fucking debug shit tomorrow, chat. We're gonna have all the debugging. We're gonna be overly debugged more than you've ever fucking seen, all right? I just like ASM is simple. It's just 0 and 1s. How hard can it be? How is direct media in one word? Impressive is what direct media feels like. I am just a moron, okay? I don't deserve impressive. I deserve CS50, all right? If you remake the game before being able to click the banana alum sub, what? No, chat, you have to understand, this can be made better. We can fix it, okay? But I want to do this again in good practice, okay? We're gonna have error codes. We're gonna initialize shit. I'm gonna troubleshoot myself without having to shoot you guys, and we're gonna make this clean, okay? I believe in ourselves, chat. I think we can do it. You are so close. Chat, do you realize we have to program events to make mouse clicking work? We have to do like whole ass functions. I guess I could just copy and paste that, but whatever. Jasm, Discord is below the stream. You should be able to click it there, I think. Hold on, where is my thing? Yeah, right here, Discord. You should be able to get the invite there. Events are super simple. They are, but so is initializing, so don't underestimate my ability to fuck something up out of impatience. You already have the event handler? Sort of. We have this E-type event, and that's fine, but we're gonna need like a switch statement. Well, I guess it would be pretty easy, huh? Because I don't need, the tutorial had it where we had 5 different images for mousing over something, clicking something, unclicking something, the mouse being over the button after you clicked it, and then the mouse not being anywhere near the button. So that's already 5 switch statements we had to make. I guess if I don't need any switch statements, it's pretty easy, huh? It's just click the image and it then do the thing. I guess that would be pretty easy, huh? He refuses to do error handling. I think some quality is still needed. Exactly. So I think, chat, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna make Click the Banana tomorrow, regardless of how long the stream is gonna take, okay? I'm probably gonna start the stream early, and we're just gonna hammer this shit out, okay? We're gonna make Click the Banana. You just need coordinates of the clicked point, basically. But we are running late today, chat. It is running late. Tomorrow, okay? I'll think about it, Gear8. I'm thinking we're gonna remake the whole thing so we learn error coding. Because you have to understand, chat, after this, we're gonna make a goddamn Toho game. And I feel like we need to learn our shit now, because we're gonna finish the tutorial after this, where we're gonna learn audio, we're gonna learn stuff. We're not gonna learn all of it. We're not gonna do all. I don't need to know about like mobile friendly. I don't need to like know how the user inputs like scrolling on their phone and how it affects the game. That's not gonna be the goal here, okay? I still have a lot to teach you then. Oh. What's a Toho game? What's a Toho game? Oh, you little bitch. Get ready. All right, hold on. Wait, let's do this. Get out of that, get out of that, get out of that. Let me pull up my whole desktop here. Oh, Jesus. I'll show you what a Toho game is. I'll show you the kind of game we're gonna make. Chat, I'm thinking about getting rid of this background. It's too weeb. Based. Okay. Where's my shit? Okay. Have you never seen a goddamn Toho game before? Perfect Cherry Goddamn Blossom. All right, this shit is based. So here's the idea, chat. I want to make a Toho game, and I think with all the information I have and a whole lot of time, like maybe 5 to 10 streams, I think we can make a basic Toho game. I'm thinking it's going to take us 15 to 20 hours after we finish the rest of the SDL tutorial. And here's what I'm thinking, chat. We have parallaxing below, which we're gonna learn. We're gonna have parallaxing. We're gonna have a viewport of this. Yeah, I think you guys can see my mouse. This will be a viewport of some size, and we're gonna render everything in the viewport. This is gonna be its own scoreboard thing, because I think we're gonna follow this format. And in the game, it's yeah, see this. Okay, so when you guys see that, let me turn this on slow motion here so you guys know what I'm talking about. So when you guys see these bullets, we're gonna have like bullet, like we're gonna have the class attack, a class for like the kind of attack. So wave, nova, and then we're gonna have enemies that use these different like classes of attack. So this is like, when enemy dies, cast attack wave, bullet pattern, red circle, or something like that. And then our user is just its own like attack, like, you know, shoot forward kind of deal. Just make the bare minimum. Did the bananas happen already? Taxman Rex, them fighting words, okay? May I suggest another framework library than SDL for that? We don't need it. SDL will handle everything. Like, we already know how to like grab sprites from an image. We know how to animate those sprites in SDL and C++, or at least we're gonna learn it. We know about parallaxing, we know about viewports. I think all of that information we're learning from SDL is going to come to a head. And we're gonna learn about collision. Are you sure you don't wanna use a pre-existing game engine? Yes, because I don't want to use a pre-existing game. That's really what it comes down to. I want to make this myself. Remember the chat, he could have chosen any game, but he chose a Weeb game. This is not a Weeb game. There's plenty of shooters, chat. It's just, this is better for VTubers. So here's what I'm thinking, chat. We have our shooter, right? And I think using our knowledge of SDL SDL will enable us to do everything here graphics wise, and then rest of it is just game knowledge. I think that's why we're gonna do a Toho game for realsies. Obviously, it's not gonna look as good. It goes without saying. But like, what's Perfect Cherry Blossom? This game came out like 20 years ago and one guy made it. And look, all the red bullets are just, you know, travel out a certain distance, then target player. The speed of the bullets are relatively consistent. On death, turn bullets into random power up or something. Like, I think we can do this. It doesn't seem that hard. It seems like it would just take a ton of time. But like, if we don't care about how it looks and we just go by how it plays, I think this is absolutely something I can do over maybe like 20 hours of programming. Just keep in mind, we still have like another week's worth of like SDL shit to learn, like audio processing and parallaxing and all that stuff. But I think I don't see why I can't do this, you know? Tell me, internet, what is it called when a character is half animal, like a furry? Centaur? Mermaid? Mythological? Anthropomorph? Nobody says anthropomorph. Anthropomorphic doesn't even mean that. Anthropomorphic is like you see the humanity in something. Like a robot can be anthropomorphic. I think we can make a Toho game. I want to. It's 2D, it's easy. What is this? Lex Friedman! You people took C++. You people! You took Lex Friedman from C++, you dicks. What's this?
Runs, if it catches nothing else, once the code runs, if it catches an error at runtimes, I have to have an error handler. And one of the hardest things to write in code is error handling code, because you know something went wrong. Do you know really exactly what went wrong?
No.
Usually not. How can you recover when you don't know what the problem was? You can't be 100% sure what the problem was in many, many cases. And this is part of it. So yes, we need good languages with good type systems. We need rules for how to use them. We need static analysis, and the ultimate for static analysis, nothing else.
Okay, I get it. Today was the day we learned about error handling, all right? I thought our code would be so simple, I could just eye it. Turns out if you have more than 30 lines, that shit doesn't work very well, okay? We learned about error handling. That shit, we're gonna be spamming SDL get error tomorrow, okay? People are too afraid to say something about his hair to his face. What? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with his hair? He's old, chat. Old people can get away with anything. I just don't think that redoing the whole project to add error handling will help Gary finish his game faster. It would have helped today. Chat, you have to understand, if we had error handling, I think we could have done everything maybe 50% faster. Because we spent probably 2 hours today fucking scouring code and fixing it, okay? Because if you look back on the stream, what did we do? 30 minutes programming. 2.5 hours bug fixing. We need error handling, okay? Everybody, thank you for the dealing with this very frustrating experience that I have provided you today. All right? Thank you. You guys are wonderful, all right? Tomorrow, I'm debating whether or not we restart the whole project, but we'll see. I hope you know who that is. Probably some really smart guy. I don't know. He's from the Gang of Four or something. All right, everyone. Have a good night. Have a good evening. Thank you for your patience. Bye. Remember, I stream every single day, 4:30 p.m. PDT tomorrow. Oh, you can see my lips move. What the fuck? I didn't know that. You can sort of see it move.